right, Matthew, thanks so much. Well, new at 6 this evening. Today, a bill passed by Alabama's House of Representatives creates incentives for volunteer firefighters who put their lives on the line for their respective communities. WDHN's Alex Valdez joins us live in the newsroom. Alex, you spoke with local firefighters. What will the legislation basically mean for them?
Mike, House Bill 94 would give benefits and protection to volunteer firefighters across the state of Alabama. These volunteers put their lives on the line every day, and if the bill is enacted into law, it would give them a sense of security when heading out to dangerous situations. Tony Wilkerson started being interested in fire rescue during the early 90s. He is now captain of the Headland Fire Rescue Squad and says the service to the community is in every firefighter's heart, whether they volunteer or get paid.
It's kind of one of those things, once you do it, it gets in your system. And I make the joke, it's like a black hole. Once you start, you can never get away.
Wilkerson says there are close to 25 volunteer firefighters in Headland and tells me just because they are volunteers doesn't mean the dangers of the job are any less. He says roughly 80% of firefighters in the state of Alabama are volunteers, and this is why he believes HB 94 would be beneficial to cities like Headland and others around the Wiregrass.
Small towns like Headland, some of the other smaller towns around here, they don't have the funding to fund a professional fire department 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
The bill would give the families of volunteer firefighters $100,000 if they were killed or disabled while responding to an emergency, which is why he believes HB 94 will give the volunteers a little incentive and security to want to take on the job.
Gives your family also a sense of security, because up until now, if you were a volunteer, if something happened to you, you had nothing to fall back on.
Without enough funding to pay these first responders, Wilkerson says people really need to have the passion to take on a volunteer role. But he believes HB 94 won't hurt getting people to step up. If you would like to volunteer, he says the process is fairly simple. It starts with contacting the department and letting them know you're interested.
The biggest message I'd like to give to the community is just to be safe in their practices, because the safer that they are, the less likelihood that we have of putting ourselves in danger.
Wilkerson says a bill like this would be beneficial. He says the bill would offer much needed benefits for volunteer firefighters across the state and here in the Wiregrass. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks.